here we go again. It's time. Time to huddle around this little YouTube campfire and tell some spooky stories. Rather short ones, that is. And they are possibly the scariest of all. Bad ones. If you watched my previous videos in this series, you definitely know all about the subreddit r/2sentence horror. A subreddit dedicated to the delicate art of creating and sharing bone-chilling stories as long as they are just 2 sentences. And although there are certainly many talented writers that can definitely do that, over the past few years the overall subreddit, despite the moderator's best efforts, has become a breeding ground for poorly thought out ideas, cliches, and just purposely bad stories, which we've explored quite extensively in this series. And now that it's officially the spooky month once again, we are back to do it again, baby. Will they be better this year or more unhinged than ever? My money is definitely on that fucking second option. So without keeping you waiting any longer, let's jump right back into the belly of the beast, or shall I say belly of the creature, of 2-sentence horror. Okay, as always, I'm going to read as many of these as I can possibly bring myself to do. I had fallen asleep on the couch with my husband's baseball bat. But of course I wasn't expecting the man in my attic to come down and steal it to keep the creepy old neighbor out. I think we got away with the crime, I said. You didn't, said the policeman, who it turns out was just disguising as my friend. I once met a devil named Dave and made a deal with him to always win any card game. But last night I kept losing to my mother. After seeing her eyes turn black, I excused myself to the toilet and summoned Dave. But he seemed as terrified as I was. My friend has been a bit fishy as of late. The gills forming on his neck are certainly troubling. Man, my bones are so warm, I said. Not for long, said the bone chiller. I am watching some football with my friend Joel. Unfortunately for him, Joel is going to explode into bloody chunks of delicious human meat in about 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Macaroni and no cheese. I finally met my best friend's boyfriend today. He has a very dark secret. Slender Man. Did you know that you have 306 bones in your body? Now 305, 304, 303, 302, 301, 300. It should be 206, right? Or am I missing something? Oh crap, I added 100 more bones on accident. Guys, what's that? Said Bill. I am the Bill Killer, said the Bill Killer. My noodles were tasting a little off, until I looked down and say they were actually worms. I feel the anesthesia take hold as I lie on the surgical table. Just before I pass out, I hear the doctor say, "Move him to the penis explosion chamber." Little did I know when I accidentally brought home a haunted doll, she would actually be quite nice. Unfortunately, she did my taxes improperly, and now the IRS is after me. I'm not gonna lie, that may just be the scariest one so far. I accidentally killed someone with my katana, I told my therapist. I know, that person was me. They said as they locked the door as they revealed the nuclear bomb strapped to my chest. What a beautiful day to go walk, I told myself. Are you sure about that? Said the man who stole my legs. This one's titled The IKEA Incident. I decided to go on a tour of the IKEA factory. Little did I know that I would find the creature that lays the IKEA meatballs. I finally won the lottery. The hard part is trying to cash it in considering I don't have legs anymore. The leg eater. What? No. He sold his legs to continue his addiction of lottery tickets. I feel like you're making fun of my story, and I don't appreciate it. The leg eater. Stop it. The leg eater. I used to love working at the junkyard until the cars came to life and were mad. Mommy, can we go to the video game store? I asked. No, son, because today I'm gonna kill ya. What happened to my toes? She sobbed hysterically. I put them in the pickle jar, he replied, in case I wanted a little snack later. I eat rice. Was not rice. Was maggot. My little brother just came home from daycare. His internal organs did not come home with him. Take off your shoes before coming in, said the man after greeting me at the door. It was an odd request for entering an office, but it's not every day you get to audition for a role in a Nickelodeon show. I was walking to my local Waffle House. It was closed. I was grabbing a quick midnight snack, but that's when I saw him. Goobert the skeleton. I go to the toilet. The poo is red. It's only 5 nights. It shouldn't be that hard, I said to myself. That's when I realized Freddy Fazbear was in the room. You have been a very naughty kid this year, and it's time to pay, said Mr. Claus as he barged into my room on Christmas Eve. Sure, but after I perform my naughtiest deed of this year, I said as several of my friends lunged at Mr. Claus from their hiding places with knives and broken bottles. I rejected the knife guy's romantic advances, saying that I'd rather just remain friends. I guess knife guys finish last, he said bitterly. The people in this place sure are acting strange and scary. It's like every resident in this town is evil.
Say that again?
Danny told his parents, I'm going to eat Cookie now. In his made-up language, Cookie actually meant lethal quantities of black tar heroin. I was relieved when I realized the only damage to the time machine was to the wires. All I need to do now is to find someone to sell me some good quality copper. My boyfriend thinks my nipples might be antenna to the Martians, and I'm starting to think he might be right. After 9 hours of straining, I looked down with pride at the biggest dump I ever took. Suddenly, in the bloody mess, something starts screaming. I'm bringing sexy back, said Justin Timberlake. But by accident, he brought back Adolf. What? This made everyone sad. It turns out I don't have social anxiety. Every single person in the world really just hates me. As I sat on the toilet, I heard the familiar plop. But should I tell my doctor that it comes out from the front instead of the back? Okay, what the fuck are we even doing at this point? And for the final story of this video, I decided to include something a little different. It's not a 2-sentence horror story, it's actually quite shorter than that. It came as a response to this tweet, which is a twist on the famous 6-word sad story that goes a little something like, baby shoes for sale, never worn. But this post asks for a horror story with only 6 words. And from that, we got this gem. Evil shoes, worn by evil baby. I want to thank you so much for watching. It really means the most to me. I absolutely love this series, and I really hope that you were able to laugh along with me at all these hilarious and horrible 2-sentence horror stories. If you did, definitely go check out my other videos on 2-sentence horror, and maybe even some of the spin-off videos in this series, taking a look at a wide range of other hilariously bad things. It makes me so happy I was able to find more of these stories for this year. I really hope that I can continue to make one of these videos annually every Halloween season. despite the subreddit itself really cracking down on these stories recently. But I have hope that as long as two-sentence horror exists, people will find a way. But only time will tell. That's all for this one. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.
I want some cheeseburgers just to eat. I'm talking ketchup, my nigga mustard on the beat. You gotta put a lot of lettuce, please, because I like to have a lot of grease. I remember eating outside with my whole team. Now a nigga gotta stay home cause of quarantine.
I got hungry. Arby's.